Oh,
I gotta say, man, that video's growing on me.
when I made it, my stepdaughter was standing here and she goes, "Why are they dancing along with the music?" I said, "Because I'm really good at what I do."
Yeah, I like your music better. Yeah, it's a good video. I remember at first I was like, "Oh my god, that's so gay and European," and now I'm like, "All right, I don't know." It's actually kind of funny, especially when I first saw it. I thought it was serious. I didn't realize it was like a comedy bit. And I'm like, "Oh, it's being funny." Okay, in that case, it's hilarious.
It's a spoof of an actual music video from some
Yeah,
super
and
gay
that
European.
video is very gay and European.
Yes.
Like that'd be the proper deduction to take away from all this. Oh man, how was your weekend, dude?
Oh, I worked so.
We we watched a modern movie. We watched the I guess new 2021 Resident Evil. Which
I
we don't
haven't seen that.
watch movies like that.
I was such a huge fan of the Resident Evil movies when they came out, which I was a big fan of the Resident Evil games when I was younger, and so like when the original when the original Resident Evil movie came out, I loved it. And then the second one came out and I loved it. And then the third one came out and I loved it. And then they just kept going and it's like, all right, I'm kind of burnt out now. Like it just got like after the third one, they just got progressively dumber and dumber. And it's like, all right, this can just stop at any moment.
I think
So I
this one
haven't,
was a remake of the original, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. So uh, I haven't watched it yet. I guess I probably need to just to see if they did it, if they did the original justice.
It was entertaining. I don't really remember the original. I remember the game on PS1, and I had it, and I was like all excited. And I remember it being very like kind of slow and difficult. You're used to games where you go in, ba 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 ba, and just like I guess this was third person like shooter kind of thing, and really it's like a lot of like kind of like puzzles and hit a lot of dead ends, and I don't know, I just wasn't good at shit like that, so I never really got that into it. But I wouldn't mind going back and giving it a shot.
My college roommate, when I was at Mississippi State, he would stay up until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning playing, and we had like the badass room. Our room, when you came up the steps, it was the right across the hall from the door that came up from the steps, and so we were like the dump room, like anybody who was smuggling shit into the dorms, because we always just left our door open. Like our door was wide open all the time. Uh, so anybody who was smuggling shit into the dorms, like we were the drop room. They would just like check the hall and make sure that the RA wasn't around, and then they'd shoot across, and usually they dump their shit like underneath my pillow in my bed or something. And then so anyway, we had the cool
You take
hangout
your
room.
cut, a little bit of a tax.
Oh, we were the delinquent dorm. The Paramount Pictures threatened to sue the university because of all of the pirated movies that we were producing.
That's funny.
We had one. So in one guy's room, we had a fake ID like center.
Machine.
We made fake IDs in one room. Another guy, they were doing bootleg movies and pirated movies. I did a whole bunch of like CDs and other stuff. Like we were a bunch of fucking delinquents. It's a wonder we didn't all end up in jail or at the very least expelled. Um, so yeah,
Cool,
we
man.
had
That
a
means
lot.
you're good at it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun. But anyway, we also had our room had a surround sound system set up in it, like this little bitty ass dorm room, and it had like a $2,000 Bose surround sound system in it. So if we just turned it up like a little bit, it would rattle the whole building. It was pretty cool. But my roommate would stay up and play Resident Evil until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and so I'm trying to sleep with like zombie noises just echoing through the room all night long.
What are we talking about?
Illegal shit and Resident Evil.
Oh,
Yeah, I was saying I saw a modern movie this weekend. Oh, I also watched an old movie, Maverick, with Mel Gibson. So, which is
That's a good
lot of
movie.
fun. Yeah, it's a good time. I remember seeing that when I was real young.
I wish I had something to add, but I got nothing.
That's it. You haven't seen either of those?
No.
Okay, well, and here we are. I guess we should start talking about serious stuff now. The Mark's here.
Mark
We
doesn't
can talk
waste
about dumb stuff too. It's just got to be my sort of dumb stuff.
Mark doesn't waste his time on fruitless endeavors like video games and modern movies and even.
I will watch the occasional movie. Video games, though, I haven't played in a long time. So,
Who's got the time? Am I right? Sorry, I thought more people would be on board.
right, 100%.
Oh shit!
Speaking of video games and creepy sounds, have either of you heard of or
Where
played
is
the
this
game?
going?
Have either of you heard of or played the game BioShock?
Is that the one? I think I know the one you're talking about, but no. The answer is no. I remember really big graphics for it.
It's set in like an underground or an underwater city, and
yeah, that's the one.
So anyway, that game, my son, I've started playing it again. I've been picking up on games that I played back when I was like fresh out of college, and giving them another run through just to see if they hold up. The Mass Effect series, absolutely. BioShock is still as creepy and terrifying as it was the first time I played it. My son, he was like, I've played BioShock and it's not scary. I said, did you play it in the dark with the sound turned up? He's like, no. I was like, that's why you didn't think it was creepy, because like all the sounds and stuff that the city makes and the people who you are like stalking you and trying to kill you, and like it's fucking creepy. Anyway, that's enough.
And it's a movie because you're in it. Your actions matter. It's like the first time you actually play paintball and you realize how horrifying it would be to be in a gunfight, because like you're just playing paintball and you're like, it's so real. You're like, oh my god, if I just stick my head out there, like they could just shoot me, So, but like say like when you're playing like a video game versus just watching a scary movie, you're really fucking in it.
See, I only ever played like
that was a creepy
games.
one too.
Not familiar with that one.
Me either. Like I was a Madden, NBA Live, and college football player, and that's about it when it came to video games.
Did you see my Twitter post about NBA 2K?
I think it was a kind of like a parody post, right?
No, not at all. I played NBA Live as a kid, and then I tried NBA 2K when whenever NBA Live kind of fell off. I tried 2K and I completely fucking hated it.
You gotta change the controller settings in 2K.
Is that what it is? Is that what my?
That's what we did. That's what me and my brother always did. We went and like changed it to basically NBA Live controller type.
So far, or I guess not so far. NBA Live was, or not NBA Live. One of the NBA 2K games was one of the free games of the month for my PlayStation Plus subscription. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Sorry.
Absolutely hated it. I tried it, played a couple games. I was like, nope, this is trash. I'm not doing it. Deleted it. And then like a dumbass, I re-downloaded it. I was like, maybe it's not the game. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem here.
That's a good assumption.
I'm going to do so I did all the tutorials. Like I'm going to learn how to play, because I was thinking maybe I'm trying to play it like it's NBA Live, and that's the problem. So I did all the tutorials, figure out how to play the game. Yeah, fuck that shit. It's trash.
This was recently?
Like last week.
Okay. Well, what
I
team did you
hang
play
with my
with?
friends who played sports games because I don't understand the sports.
That's why this fantasy football league that we're going to do is going to be so much fun.
What do you mean you can't just tackle a receiver? They're trying to throw the ball to him. Of course I'm going to go tackle him. Okay. Guess it's not allowed. Whatever.
Don't let him catch the ball. Like, take him down before he has the opportunity.
Come on, are we fucking around here or what? I thought we were playing a game.
So that's you playing actual football, or that's you playing the game?
Sports, video game football.
The video.
Yeah.
So you're just like tackling the receiver.
You
before
think
the
I
ball's
played
in the air.
actual football, like with tackling and shit? No.
That was just a funny like mental image, though. Just seeing you.
Yeah.
The ball's not
I
even
mean,
in the area, and you're just like throwing the guy to the ground.
I mean, I guess thank God they didn't let me in a real game. You know.
I want to see Clyde in football pads, but like shoulder pads, but wearing his little fedora with his colorful shorty shorts. Like that's the like image that we need for our fantasy football league. Like that'll be the logo for our league.
I think it's just how he gets dressed up when he has to go castrate goats. You know, you need that extra protection. They're fighting for their lives, man.
Oh, God. Mark, did you play football?
No. My school wasn't big enough for a football team.
Oh, you
Get out of here.
Small private school, just
Okay.
basketball.
I say I went to a small public school, so like we literally had enough people on the team that everybody played both ways.
I had like health conditions, so I wasn't allowed to play football or whatever. I mean, I probably would have been fine, but I didn't really like, PE and shit, so I was able to like use that to just get out of PE like all throughout school.
I said PE at first.
No, PE. I mean
maybe you got to
say
pee
it the right
more.
way, but yeah, but yeah, I was basically just able to go hang out and like read and do nerdy shit like that instead of play sports. But if I wanted to, I could think, oh yeah, I'm fine, I can do this and go play, whatever. But yeah.
You weren't in any clubs, chess club, drama.
No, nothing like that. I wasn't into extracurriculars, man. But nothing like that. I was in like band up through like ninth
Not
grade.
sanctioned extracurricular activities, anyway.
No, just like drum line or what you call it. But once like I got to like ninth grade, I was like, fuck this. It was way too much work. I'd definitely given up on school at that point.
It's like I'm done with this shit.
Well, speaking of giving up,
we talking about Clyde then, because he seems to have given up. I saw the title of the show, and I expected our one mustache guy to be here.
no,
Nope.
No such luck.
I mean, technically, we all sort of have mustaches.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just we have rest of stuff attached to it. Yeah, there you go. There really is a libertarian men look, isn't there? It definitely involves facial hair.
well, speaking of facial hair, what do we think of Vladimir Zelensky's impressive beard?
Sounds like he needs a few more $1 billion in foreign aid to get it trimmed properly.
Probably so. At least $7 billion a month, I think, is what it's going to take. Surrendering land is not the same as defeat if a stronger Ukraine emerges from the ruins. So now we've gone from Russia is losing to it's okay if Ukraine loses.
So this is the spin here. They're gonna lose the war and lose their land, but it makes Ukraine stronger.
Yeah.
Well, because now they don't have those fucking pro-Russian separatist people, to worry about. Get them out of here. Not by sending them away, but by feeding the land, which is probably the right thing to do, in fairness.
Well, and that's also part of the argument that it makes in this article is that the previously more pro-Russian Ukrainians who are in more the Ukraine proper, like not in Crimea and Donbass and in the now Russian occupied areas, because their country has been under attack, it's been kind of a rallying cry to promote a Ukrainian nationalism amongst those who were formerly more Russian sympathizers, I guess is the correct terminology.
Where's this article coming from?
on my screen. The Guardian is from
One
the
of these
Guardian.
kind of mornings, huh?
I worked last night. Cut me some slack.
Okay. That first sentence down there just cracked me up. They say that the Ukrainian war is returning us to the 1930s. Who is they? Isn't they people like the Guardian saying this?
Yeah, we say. Yeah, they go into a lot of that, like history or something from like back then about like how. Oh, okay, I remember what it was. Yeah, they were saying like, okay, I guess Hitler went in and was just going to take a little bit of land, and they let him take just a little bit of land, and we're like, okay, cool. But then he came back and wanted everything. So that's
So the question is Putin Hitler?
Yeah. I think that line's actually in there, right?
Yeah, yes. That's literally a line from the article. Is Putin Hitler?
Like, oh, this is where they're taking it. But yeah, they basically like saying, oh, but here's the worry. Like, yeah, it could be good and it could be like, but yeah, here's the worry is you can always come back for more later. You know, you give a Putin a cookie.
Give a hoot a cookie. What does that mean?
It's a children's book. You give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah.
And then
What's
he
a hoot,
has
though?
like, I said Putin.
I'll give
Putin. Give a Putin a cookie.
they said give a hoot and a cookie.
No, no, not quite. Oh, Mark, I had some honey crunches of oats this morning. We can't afford the real brand, so.
Hey, is it tasting any different?
It's pretty good. It's not bad for dollar store cereal. It's not actually. They can't afford it. I can afford it, people. It was just the only place.
No. Keep this going. We need 950 more subscribers, and we can start getting super chats to get Daga's cereal.
Get Dag name brand cereal.
That's like I always gripe. Fortunately, she's not watching, so I always gripe because my wife buys like the cheap bacon and cheap trash bags. I'm like, dear, I make lots of money. Just buy the good bacon and the good trash bags. Like if you need some extra money for groceries, I will give you money. Get the good bacon. Quit getting this shitty stuff.
I mean, compromise. You can get the trashy trash bags, but get the good bacon.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Yeah, that's fair for me. But
she's like, well, you can. She's like, well, you can just buy the bacon. I'm like, well, I kind of have been. Yeah, noticed. There's always a 2-pound pack of like the good bacon in the bottom of the fridge.
There's definitely some stuff for store brands like just fine, you know, but you learn over the years of stuff to not skimp on or what you're using them for. Like buying like Ziploc bags or something. It's like depending on what you're putting in the freezer, you know, it's like I'll get the expensive freezer bag sometimes, you know, but sometimes I just get the fucking cheap ones just depending on, you know, again, what I'm doing with them. So, you know, oh God, sorry. This is really devolving into boomer talk. I'm sorry. I just can't help it.
Totally no. I mean, if I'm gonna be, you know, if I'm gonna be dressing out a deer or something, like I want the good trash or the good garbage. I keep going back to the damn trash. I want the good I want the good Ziploc bags. Look, whenever I go to pick a trash bag up because I'm the one who takes the trash out, like 99.7% of the time. So when I go to pick the trash bag up out of the trash can, after everybody in my family has been just like standing on it, cramming shit down in it for 3 days because nobody else will take the damn thing out, and then the entire bottom blows out of it. Mm-hmm. If we had the good trash bag, this wouldn't have been a problem.
You got like some weird liquid mixture of leftover food.
Right. Then I've got to take the whole trash can out to the dumpster and dump the whole thing. And then I got to get the hose out and spray out the trash can.
Wow. What a callback. I hear you on the trash bags. That's good. So like my pet peeve is like when I take out the trash, like I make sure the door is open, unlocked. I take the trash bag out of the trash can. Boom, I'm out the door. I hate when people like take it and like set it down on the floor, like next to the trash can or like next to the door. I'm like, no, like what if it's like gross? Like, and I'm not like a germaphobe, but like that's the fucking trash. It's nasty. All right. It's like the grossest place.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
I like your system.
Yeah,
that's good.
Thanks. Yeah. But yeah, so I hear you on good trash bags. Trash bags have gotten much better. Our store brand here, Publix, but Publix is kind of fancy. They're pretty good trash bags. That's what we use. But I buy like cheap, like Rural King trash bags that like keep in my car for like work trash when I'm on a job site. So it's just zip ties and plastic bags. So there's a great example of differentiating quality of trash bags per utility use.
Well, speaking of trash,
you're gonna have to change this show title to Trash Bag Monday.
Trash talk. Oh, she's gay. Wow, that answers my question.
Wait, who we calling Kato trash, or we calling this woman trash?
I was calling Kato trash, but I mean,
it all fits.
To be
determined. Where you want to take it, Mark?
To be
Let's
determined.
Just scroll down and see a race real quick.
I mean, I know a lot of people get tired of first black this, first Asian American that, but today's papers report that Karine Jean-Pierre will be the first black person and first openly gay or lesbian person to be the White House press secretary, as well as the first Haitian American and the first, I can't remember what else.
Haitian born.
Yeah.
I thought that was oh yeah. I saw the name. I was like, oh, that's definitely a French name, but that's...
Yeah, I mean, that's... A lot of the Haitian names are French origin.
Let's say colonized. Never mind, I'm going to stop. That was a new one. I knew that it was like a lady and a POC, but I didn't know it was a LGBT plus as well. That's cool. Good for them.
Has she officially started?
This week.
So we're done with Saki.
Yeah, what happened? Why did Saki offend the crown, or did they just decide she wasn't?
It seems like they like Trump had like 3 of these.
Yeah,
in his 4 years as well. It seems like they filter through them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think they just kind of rotate out the press secretaries to keep it fresh. Saki's going to work.
Hearing that person anymore. I get a new one.
Saki's going to work for MSNBC.
Of course.
Of course.
She'll be good there.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good, truthful, non-biased reporting. Certainly no conflict of interest from the past.
I wonder, is she going to do reporting, or is she just going to be like a talking head?
What's the difference at these places?
Well, I mean, technically there should be a difference, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was watching some TV news today, and it is just really ridiculous how it's either just straight opinion, and of course when I say opinion I mean just like propaganda, like pro-war propaganda. Here these people talk about like Zelensky and stuff, and I'm not saying one way or the other, I don't fucking know, but that he's like he's as here we see our hero Zelensky, and like just the way they phrase shit is so insane, and then everything just always comes around to the need more funding. I don't know, man, it's fucking weird. But anyhow, then the rest is stuff that they're obviously just a talking head who is just repeating whatever's on the teleprompter in front of them. It's those same taglines, new normal, etc. I mean, that was the one a couple years ago, but yo, what up, dude?
There he is.
Chumley. Monkey man.
Now that Chumley's joined us, we can get into the real monkey business. Let's see if this is the right one. Yeah.
Mustache monkey rides.
Oh, so we're going to talk.
No, we're not going to talk about it. I just wanted to bring it up. Tell us about it. What was this an intriguing story? Like, why did this guy grow a penis on his arm? Is Kate Beckinsale actually interested? If Kate Beckinsale is actually interested in this guy, then that means my chances have been a lot better than what I thought for the last 20 years, and maybe I should have taken my shot at some point. I don't know.
So I'm just intrigued by the headline: "Man who grew penis on arm." Blah blah blah.
Oh, is that part of it? Yeah, I was saying the second half is just and.
Yeah, he's attracted to Kate Beckinsale. I'm sure lots of people are who have normal penises in their spot where they have them.
Well, so this is a thing that like they do when I don't know if this is the same guy, but the story I heard of years ago, a guy lost his dick in like a motorcycle accident. So using, I don't know if it's stem cells or something, but using some sort of modern medical miracle magic, they're able to grow like body parts like on you, like I guess maybe your own body parts even. And so that's where they grow penises, is out of people's like forearm like muscle, and then I guess they can take it off and attach it. I don't know that for sure, but I've heard, I don't know if this is the same guy, but I've heard stories of people.
So so are we saying this guy intentionally chose to grow a penis?
Mm-hmm.
As I said in the chat,
yeah,
he got some penis seeds and planted them inside his arm.
Yeah.
It didn't just like sprout. Like he wasn't too close to a nuclear reactor, and then all of a sudden he's sprouting an extra penis.
Oh man, these new Marvel comics are getting weird.
Like, can you decide how big you want to grow it, or like, is there?
That's a good question.
Like, as it's coming along, just be like, yeah, that's not impressive. We're gonna start. We're gonna start doing some steroid shots on this thing.
The penises are growing on a curb, so they kind of just like take the average size. That's what happens.
It is always like the big fear, right? Is like, you know, you just like lose your dick in some sort of horrible accident, and like the rest of you's okay. And it's just like, oh no.
That would suck.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of attached to it. We've been through a lot together.
Justin, you familiar with the song "Detachable Penis"?
Oh, I think I've heard it, but yes.
Pretty good. It's pretty funny. It's been a while. I didn't even bother asking you, Mark.
I am familiar with the old Mr. Potato Head meme where he's standing at the urinal and he goes, "Shoot, I forgot it again."
That's pretty funny.
That would suck. You know, he has to pee, but he doesn't have his penis attached, so he's just like, I gotta go home and get my penis so I can pee.
There's still a hole. You just don't have good aim.
Then you get to have a shiwi and see and find out what all the rage is about that thing. Have y'all seen this?
Oh yeah. Have you heard about this? Definitely. You guys remember the video of the girl shiwiing all over the American flag? No,
no.
I don't think I've seen.
Yeah.
Mark's still trying to figure out what we're talking about with this shiwi thing.
It's kind of like a specially shaped funnel that allows a woman to stand and pee. I mean, I think it's brilliant. I mean, fuck, it's like one of the main reasons I like being a dude. It's so convenient. Can you imagine having to sit down on a toilet every time you want to like go to the bathroom?
I mean, yeah, like a public restroom too. Like that's disgusting.
Yeah, man. Now, then the thing is, you have to put a shiwi back in your purse after you've weed in it. So that's
true.
That's always I mean, I guess you could rinse it off in the sink, but still, it's kind of weird. But yeah, there's this video of this chick shiwi with the American flag, and
it comes with a carrying case.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, special pee absorbent lining. It's girl pee though, so
it's even got an extension. So if you don't feel like your standard shiwi is quite big enough, you can.
Does this have like dual use too? Like, or is it only for peeing?
It's for fat chick. It's I think it's just for peeing. You need a high-lie scoop thrower for the pooping.
What is he doing in the chat?
I know he can come chat, but he can't actually join us. What a bitch! Especially
when the title of the show, Clyde, and get in here with your mustache.
I really feel like he's been using these for gardening work.
I was gonna say anything can be
kind of seen this way.
Anything can be multi-use if you need it to be.
Well, here's the thing. To be honest, that picture you showed would make a pretty good planting dibble. It's not far off from what people typically use. It's a sack that makes a cone down to a point, and then a stick, like a piece of PVC, that you jam in the ground and drop seed in. That was basically what that was.
Perfect.
Yeah. You get it like that. Yep.
I mean, it looks like it could be quite practical and useful.
Mm-hmm. Put a toothbrush and a knife on the end of it. Be set.
Let's see.
We would like to apologize to anyone with the ability to hear.
Man, we've gone from boomering it up to, I mean, this has basically just been the boomer episode, like trash bags and practical uses for a shiwi.
Oh man, it's all the things that like I complain about having conversations with my dad about.
And then you come on the show with us and just go straight into that.
Yep. I'm like, oh god, I'm turning into my parents' episode or commercial all over again.
I really am, though. I mean, I can't really deny it.
Yeah.
I am definitely becoming my dad. Have y'all tried the face app thing where you can like change your face to where you either look like a woman or you're
I'm afraid to do those.
So female me looks like Peg Bundy.
That's awesome.
And then old me just looks like my dad. Like it was like
Basically your dad.
Yeah, I did the old me and I showed it to my wife. She said, "Oh, it's just like your dad." I was like, "Yeah, well, I guess they got it right."
If she does it, does she look like her mother?
She hasn't done it. I don't know. She her facial features, she favors her dad more so than her mom. Have y'all seen? And I know y'all probably don't watch it. Adam Nutter's comedy show, Cult of Us. The last episode, he and his co-host Neil brought up their face app female pictures, and yeah, they're pretty hot. I'm kind of disappointed.
There's like a space after the. Yeah, they're pretty hot. ...
What does it do?
I mean,
does it just 86 facial hair?
Yeah, well, sort of. Hang on, I've got it.
You're like, well, you know, she still has facial hair, but she's kind of hot. I sent over the Shiwi video if anybody cares. If anybody wants to really. Oh, speaking of American flags, I have an American flag mug today.
Dig into that. Look at that. What?
Not bad.
Who is this woman?
That's female me. Long hair and no facial hair.
When you first shared that picture, I didn't realize it was a face changing app because you were telling a story about doing like a gender bender thing with like some female friends of yours. So I thought it was a picture from that. And I was like, damn, like, I'm not saying you're hot. I'm just saying like Justin went all out, put on makeup and shit. Like that, he really went for it. You know, I didn't realize it was a face app. Like switch.
He said, I'm not saying you're hot, but you're not a 4.
I mean, you look like a tranny, but you know, I'm just saying, I've seen worse.
Why is he calling me out here, man?
Appropriate way to say that.
He was just saying that you would hit it.
Look, we've already established. You know what? Never mind.
What have we established? now I'm both confused. Now I'm both confused and concerned.
I don't know where we're going with this.
Oh man. All right. Guess I'll let it slide.
I'll bring it up next episode.
I haven't watched this video, so I don't know if it's just her peeing on the flag or some other thing. Maybe it's a video about people hating her. There's an article about her death threats and stuff, but what do you expect? You know? I mean, I'm not saying I care about people desecrating the flag as long as it's their own flag, but like
you could have just stopped it.
You
could have just stopped at people. I'm not saying I care about people.
Yeah, but like, you know, if you do this, post a video of it, you're probably going to have people get upset with you. There you go. That's a Shiwi, Mark. That's what it looks like in action.
That is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life.
The flag part or the Shiwi part?
Those eyes, maybe, like everything.
It's the whole
She's got AOC eyes.
The whole package, if you catch my drift.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I like how they blurred it in that one.
Yeah, they blurred it after they showed the real thing.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Oh, and that's the article about it. Okay.
You shoot me on my flag, I'll stomp your ass.
Well,
I might wear that shirt if it existed, just because it's so horribly specific. I told you guys about my challenge of trying to buy a T-shirt and Tractor Supply. They were all like, "Yay, America!" Fucking bullshit.
Well, you
Did
got to
get
be.
one?
No, I managed to find a work shirt that wasn't orange. It was gray and very comfortable. So
You got to be proud of that heritage.
yeah.
Speaking of heritage, Mark's not even looking. I guess I have to read. Blackstone reaches $4.7 billion deal to buy Ancestry.com.
I heard that this was like 2018.
Was it?
I don't know. It's still, I mean, it's concerning either way.
Have
It'd
you
be
had
weird if they didn't own 75% of something.
This is true, unfortunately.
The fact that it's from Bloomberg is kind of unsettling. Like, even if it is from 2018, the fact that Bloomberg was actually like openly announcing what Blackstone is buying, like we all know. Well, we all know, I guess.
We've already established.
What?
No, I just forgot to.
Call back.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is our specialty here.
Yeah. So I guess we know what Blackstone is, but I guess maybe the average moron doesn't. So if they see this headline, that doesn't mean anything to them. They wouldn't care. What clip are we starting over again? The one of the Shiwi chick?
I just sent a clip that Clyde might like.
Oh, fuck. Let's see what this is.
Where'd Dad go? Oh, there he is.
You know where he went. Did you really have to ask that question?
I don't know what that means.
Mark's still learning. He's so naive and precious and innocent. I love him.
He's such a sweet young man. He has no idea what's going on.
Is this
when Dag's screen goes off?
Oh,
No.
I got you. It's like a.
That.
It's like an Amber Heard trial.
Yeah. God, I hope that's what was happening in that video so badly.
I knew I should have run that as the intro again. There we go. Let's see what's going on here.
Redresse-toi, fais quelques pas. Tu es face à un rideau de lierre. Avec une main, écarte le rideau. Traverse un long couloir. Tu retrouves la cascade.
Isn't this
Plonge tes bras à travers cette cascade pour attraper un arbre.
Mark, why did you send us that shit?
What was that?
That was Parliament. They have interpretive dancers at Parliament.
Is that what that is? That's interpretive dance? What are they interpreting exactly?
I don't know, but I thought that this was English Parliament. I don't know why the guy seemed to be speaking Asian in the background.
I don't think that was Asian. It sounded like it was French. Pretty sure
Maybe
it was
France's Parliament. I can't talk. Oh,
just
Now,
says-
I believe France's parliament would have interpretive dancers.
European Parliament. Like, so is this like the EU?
motherfuckers.
Well, if it is the EU, then they are definitely run by the French. So
Are they?
This whole thing's getting out of hand, guys.
The whole world order thing, or
Like, did they have interpretive dancers in the EU Parliament? Like, it's like this. It's just, we call it a circus in jest, but it's really getting crazy.
it's getting a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
For all we know, they're doing an interpretive dance to Satan, which is a pretty
Probably.
safe bet to make.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bohemian Grove style, huh?
We got to find that clip. Maybe not for today.
What, Bohemian Grove stuff?
Yeah, the one that Alex Jones took.
I was listening to some song. I don't remember what song, some rap song, and they talk about they were talking about Bohemian Grove and how like all like presidents have been like seen there in like robes and doing weird shit, and like it's not a cult.
was that a Tupac song right before he got shot?
Maybe, probably not. I don't have much Tupac on my playlist.
Well, part of the Nixon tapes He said that's the faggiest shit I've ever seen.
I know, I love it. It's so funny.
Which Nixon
But he
just
still
like goes
did it,
up
right?
several pegs in my book just because
Yeah.
he said that.
Yeah,
I've
but look how
made
long
the-
he stuck around.
I say I've made the argument that Nixon wasn't that bad. I mean,
Oh,
other
no,
than
no,
the whole,
He should have
other
been
than the whole
impeached, that's
gold
for sure.
standard and everything.
Well, I
else.
mean, he
He
did
had his-
before he was president. Even he did some really, really awful things, and he was a terrible person. But as far as presidents go, yeah, I mean,
Nah, he's not bottom, that's for sure.
yeah,
He's- As far as the 20th century goes, I mean, it's not a whole lot to choose from there.
Let's see.
What are
Oh,
you
there it
looking
is.
for over there, Justin?
I was looking for this. I thought I'd found a video, but it wasn't this video. The thing that Leighton was telling me that we needed to.
I used to be respected, people took me at my word. Then I became a lawyer representing Amber Heard. Objection, hearsay. Oh my God, I don't have a case. Objection, hearsay. Now I'm ashamed to show my face. Well, I'm a famous movie star, yeah, life is always fine. I sit down at my penthouse drinking mega pints of wine. Objection, hearsay. I don't know why we ever wed. Objection, hearsay. Who the hell poops in someone's bed? I object to everything. I may have an infection. Cause I say I object. The judge says that was your own question. Objection, hearsay. Court is bar. Objection, hearsay. How did I ever pass the bar? Well, just one final question, sir, and this one has been prepped. What is your name? My name is Johnny Depp. Objection, hearsay. How can you prove that that's your name? Objection, hearsay. Looks like we win and you are lame. Objection, hearsay. Objection, hearsay.
That's not bad.
She just looks miserable through that whole trial, and Johnny Depp looks like he's having like the time of his life. This
He's
is
having a good time.
Hey, he's not the one
What
who's
is her?
grumpied up the bed.
Oh, speaking of shit in the bed, that's
Ooh.
a good transition into this next article.
That girl using a shiwi on the other side.
No.
No.
The other end.
All right, so it doesn't have anything to do particularly with shit or a bed exactly, but the electricity shortage warnings grow across U.S. and as it explains, a reason why these shortages are growing, or the concern of these shortages are growing, is because they are taking coal and natural gas and nuclear plants offline in favor of solar and wind powered, except that they don't have enough solar and wind powered electricity generating plants to meet that demand, and so they're fucking the whole power grid across the country for the most part.
Of
If
course
you're
they
gonna
are.
have like electric cars and stuff, which I'm not opposed to, like electric cars, like in general or whatever. Like I think there's an application, but I think that it should sort of be your responsibility to also solar panel like your house. Like that's a big thing down here. I don't know about you guys are, but a lot of houses get solar panels on them. And if you're gonna put that extra strain on the power grid, and if you're so green, like put solar panels in your house. Offset that shit or something. I don't know. That's all I got.
It's better than what I could have added.
They've been having a lot of talk about like, their phrasing is like, techno-terrorism or whatever the word is for that. But like, but that, they're afraid about power grids going down and this and that. And I don't know. It's just been a lot of talk about it. I feel like it's going to start happening and more of a predictive, they're prepping us for
Predictive
it.
programming, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
like,
it's also something to be scared of.
So like around here, they're in the process of taking one of the big coal plants. Fortunately, not here where we've moved to, but where we at our old house. They're going to take the coal plant down, and they're putting in solar and wind turbines and stuff, which is going to like ridiculously increase the price or the cost of electricity for everybody in the area. It's like we already have some of the highest electricity costs in this part of the world anyway, and now you're going to take a perfectly functional, perfectly fine coal plant offline and replace it with all this solar, which the solar plants are currently being fought tooth and nail because of the amount of farmland that they're going to take up. And then the same with the solar plants, like the wind turbines and stuff. It's like everything about this is completely ass backwards, and it's going to I can't remember what it was. It's like a 20% increase in electricity cost. Like when we're already in a part of like for this part of the world, we already have like some of the highest electricity costs anyway. Like, and I saw an article, somebody from around here shared it about the air quality in this part of that. The air quality was so terrible because we have all these coal plants. Like, I've lived in New Jersey and driven through New York. We may have 6 coal plants around here. Our air quality is immensely better than anything up there.
Why is it so bad there? It's
Uh,
New York City.
Yeah, just all
Probably
the
cars.
yeah.
There are a lot of cars crammed into
Well, that's like
a tiny area.
they act like these coal plants are like destroying the environment or something. Most of them are out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing nearby except for a bunch of trees and farmland. Like they're not hurting anything.
Yeah, there's a ton of solar. Like they're putting in lots of solar. I don't know what you call it, fields or whatever, near me. I mean, there's a lot of big open land, and it's Florida. I think got a lot of federal money to do it or something. I don't know the ins and outs of them if they're worth a shit or not. I feel like if they're getting subsidies to do them, they're probably not. If power companies are doing them because of their own free enterprise, they probably are. Something tells me it's not the latter though. So
no, it's entirely government subsidized, and like that's the whole purpose for it is because the federal government is making such a push for this green initiative that and I think in doing so they're also cutting other forms of funding and stuff. It's like either you do this and we give you more money, or you don't do it and we start taking money away. The entire thing is it's being driven by the government, and of course all it's going to do is create the problems that they're talking about in this article, that you're going to have like blackouts and power failures and everything else because the grid can't keep up with. And then on top of that, because solar and wind powered electricity require all of these batteries, like have none of the we know the answer to this, but have none of the environmental experts done any research on what goes into those batteries and what the mining of that stuff and like everything that they're doing to create these batteries is actually doing to the environment? Like you could run 17 coal plants here and still not have the pollution that's created by making those batteries and the destruction that's caused by digging that stuff up. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
I sent over a loosely connected article I was reading this morning. I guess since China made Bitcoin mining or Bitcoin illegal or what the fuck ever they did over there, Bitcoin miners relocated, and I guess a lot of them have been relocating into Appalachia because there's cheap coal power in a lot of places. And so there's an article here about people in the town complaining because the Bitcoin mining facility makes noise because of the fans and everything. I don't know.
That's
interesting, I guess.
Noise pollution.
Yeah. But I guess they're going there because of the cheap coal power. So I guess whether you think it's a good thing or a bad thing. Apparently the neighbors don't think it's a good thing, but it's what happens when you make Bitcoin illegal in China. We could have let them have a bunch of dirty coal plants and do all that shit and run our Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this article too.
You got noise and an eyesore. Let's see this eyesore.
I try and look for anything that's like anti-Bitcoin, like in like mainstream media, because I always like to try and see the angle. I was really hoping they were going to say something about like, oh, and Bitcoiners are sociopaths, because like
that's the eyesore right there. That guy's bald spot.
Yeah, but,
it is kind of an eyesore.
I mean, I look out there,
not the bald spot.
Field, and there's 300 school buses, like or harvesting buses, but I mean, you could say it's an eyesore, but nobody cares. My property is a little eyesore too. Stay out of my town, Mark. I don't need you here. You'd probably call the county on me, wouldn't you? Oh, just because I let animals roam the neighborhood and my property is dangerous and an eyesore. Gosh. It has foul odors. Fuck.
What kind of odors are coming from your stead?
Never you mind. So, yep, I don't know. That's all I had on that. The noise could be bothersome. But I mean, again, to relate to my neighborhood, maybe I just live in a terrible place. But like, to relate to my neighborhood, like we have, so we have orange groves all over, and the orange groves are typically watered with diesel pump, so they don't have to run electricity to the place. So when they're watering the groves next door, there's like this diesel pump that just runs for like 12 hours. Like, and it's pretty fucking loud. But like, I don't know. It's not all the time. It's not all the time. Like, these people would have to deal with it all the time. I'm sure a solution could be come up with. I guess they put in a bunch of noise deadening stuff, and only the immediate neighbors can hear it now.
I mean, we live relatively close to railroad tracks. Like, you hear trains come through random times.
Oh, I like that noise.
I mean, I've lived pretty close to railroad tracks before, but you get used to it. It's terrifying the first time you wake up at 3 a.m. and you think a train's driving through your front yard. But
and then it becomes terrifying when it misses. Like, you don't hear it. You're like, hold up, what's going on here?
The 3:15 to Denver should have rolled by 2 minutes ago.
Like, making calls like, look, train doesn't go by. Something's going on.
If it ain't for the 6 o'clock to Cincinnati, I'd never wake up for work on time. Oh, fuck.
Let's see. We got anything else for today?
There's a baby formula shortage.
Yeah, so I was about to pull that up. Since we're talking about shortages. Electricity shortage, baby formula shortage.
Baby shortage. Well, not anymore after Roe v. Wade, am I right?
Nope,
hey.
No, there will be.
Oh no,
care of that with the shots.
Oh
no. There will be a horrible baby shortage because all of these screeching women are going to refuse to have sex. No,
they're like kiwis there, and no, that's not. Just gonna fit it a different spot and say, "Come at me," but don't. I don't know what I'm saying.
So I saw this in the news this morning, and what was funny to me is they had a bunch of shit that was like, now there's websites all over that tell you how to make your own baby formula, but don't do this, you'll kill your baby. You need to use FDA approved baby formula. And then so I look up something about that, and they talk about the reason the shortage is because the FDA had to shut down a bunch of FDA approved baby formula factories because they were putting out toxic baby formula. So it's like, I mean, I agree, you should probably be careful making your own baby formula, but you can't really say FDA approved is always the best.
Whatever, they're babies. They're resilient. They're built to handle all kinds of crazy shit. And I can't tell you how much random stuff my kids put in their mouths, and they both turned out mostly not fucked up.
So I got to tell a funny story real quick.
You want to kill them?
My roommate told me this.
That's unrelated.
I guess there's this baby formula company years ago that said they'd give women 2-week free samples of baby formula. And they started giving out these 2-week batches of baby formula for free, not telling the women, those women should have known, I guess, that after 2 weeks, you stop producing your own breast milk of like when you stop breastfeeding. So they'd use the 2-week free trial, and then they had to use the baby formula from then on out because they stopped making their own milk. It's pretty terrible, but like, I'm like, I don't know, man. I kind of give like marketing props on that. Like, that's serious right there.
If you're gonna use dirty marketing, do it in the like most malicious way possible. Like, don't. If you're gonna go all in. Like, don't half-ass that.
Crack dealer fashion. First one's free. I saw what you sent over, Mark. That's actually really fucking interesting. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, pull that sucker up. First of all, is it true?
I don't know, but I guess I'd believe it. I mean, how many? Okay, was there an article attached to this?
No, I just saw someone sharing it.
Oh, so it
Sure,
says,
we can look
okay,
it
so
up
based
somewhere.
on current, more recent numbers, it's only 39 states, not 42. But
Oh, well.
the point still stands according to a correction. Wow.
More people live in the red than in the blue.
That's crazy.
I mean, you're making a pretty damn good case for the Electoral College.
Yeah, I mean, I thought of that when I saw it, and then just like, I don't think people are. I mean, people talk about population, like overpopulation. Well, maybe don't be so congested in one area.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Well, that is funny. Like, anytime people are bitching about any number of ills, let's say rent costs, it's like, right, but where are you renting? You know, like, are you in the middle of one of these fucking cities? Well, then move to the country and quit your bitching. You know, I don't know what to say. Like, don't just get to live wherever you want, I guess. You know, I mean, but at the same time, it's like, but keep your ass in the city because I don't want you living out here. But like, I'm looking at this map and I'm looking at where LA County is and I'm looking at where I live way over here in Florida. And I'm like, yeah, like, that's why democracy is bullshit, you know, because those people should have nothing to do with me.
Oh, and they have they have more say over your life than you do. Those clowns.
Carlos finally woke up.
Oh, what is
Carlos, how was the weekend? How was your party?
Hello. Oh, yeah, you was on a big Cinco de Mayo shindig.
I don't know. I couldn't.
Type us all about it. I want to read all about it.
Yeah, just
on air.
Well, I'm sure there will be some podcast episodes coming out very soon that I'll be producing, so you can get all of your information and the whole lowdown on the Cinco de Mayo event over at Los Libertinos.
We're better at promoting other people's podcasts than we are our own show.
Whatever, we're gonna have some ads get run here.
We got two bit podcast. Go check out his show too.
What up, 2-Bit?
While you're at it, you can check out Leighton at Outlaw Thoughts. I've been on his show a couple times. Good stuff.
That was a fly on my camera, by the way. That was weird.
I was wondering what you were doing.
I was like, what's wrong with my camera? Look, there's a fly sitting on it.
Tomorrow night, have a Fact Check This podcast live stream where we're going to talk about men's mental health. So you two should probably definitely tune in for that, since I know y'all are incredibly unhealthy mentally. Or maybe that's unstable. Whatever.
I don't know if there's anything you can do about this mind up here. It's pretty much already shot mentally.
And then on Thursday, Mark and I are going to do an episode with Don the Pleb. We're going to talk about the new right. Carlos, we're going to review your article. I told you sent an article like, this is one of those that I need a couple weeks and then I'll do an episode about it. Well, here we are a couple weeks later. We about to do it. I haven't decided if we're going to live stream that on Thursday or if I'm going to record that and have it be my Monday episode. But either way, it's going to be my Monday episode, but we might do it live and it'll be the Monday episode, or we might just record it. It's going to depend on if Mark is recording out of his car or if he's actually in his.
Plans changed in between the last time I talked to you about this. I'll talk to you off there.
Good stuff.
What date is this again?
Thursday. This Thursday. Yes, Leighton definitely needs some mental health.
No, I thought he was talking about the other one.
Well, he'll probably show up for the other one too. But
I was at a Mexican restaurant. I was sitting at the bar eating lunch, and this old white lady says to the Mexican bartender, she's like, "Oh, you guys are going to be busy on the 5th, huh? That's you guys' Mexican party day, right?" And I don't know enough about Cinco de Mayo to say she was wrong, but like something tells me that's not the way you'd really want it phrased. I don't know. And the guy, he was like, yeah. I mean, in fairness, at a Mexican restaurant, it's probably a big day for them. You know, it just seemed pretty funny and old white lady-ish.
That's funny.
Yeah.
She had blue hair.
guaranteed.
No
Blue hair.
it wasn't blue, but she was pretty cool. They were a pretty cool old couple, I gotta say. You know, we were all white, so of course we had an instant bond, and we hung out. But
Yeah, I know all about that instant white bond of ours.
Yeah, you ever get that? You just see like another white person across the room, and you're like, "So."
Well, yeah, it's usually when I'm in a room full of black dudes. It's like it's the one white guy.
Oh fuck! Cool. I don't know where to go from here.
We should have just ended it there.
It feels like we had a good spot to end, but Mark or Carlos says Drinko de Mayo. I had to pull that up. Yeah, do not drink the mayo. That is absolutely retarded.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.